we're not going to think about that right now. Instead, we are going to think of a theme for today. Okay, I'm here to give you guys a bit of a collective reading. I will pull some oracle cards out so I can give a reading to the collective. So that's everybody who shows up. So if you're here and it resonates, you will get a free reading. If you would like your own personal reading, I do accept gifts, and those are the donut or the strawberry parfait. Ooh, we've got some good cards today, you guys, for our topic. Oh my goodness, I have something I'm supposed to be going to, but I don't know. I may get like sidetracked by doing this live with you guys. So I'm gonna read some cards. I'm gonna do some oracle cards and see what our topic is, and then we're gonna move on from there. Let's see, goblins or making a choice. Goblins or making a choice. We're gonna do goblins right now. Goblins, number 5. That is the first card that we are working with right now. That is gonna be the first. Thank you so much, Master Rory. If you have a comment you wanna leave down below, a question for me, I'll go ahead and read for you. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting to say that. If you join the Exalted, I will also do a personal reading for you. So feel free to put that down below if you would like. But we're reading for Goblin right now. So number 5, goblins. For some reason, goblins also are important to you. That may be a sign. This message is specifically for you. Fear is an illusion. Choose love today. Forgive yourself and others. Goblins are born when you're wounded and something essential is lost in the experience. From that point on, as you forget your wholeness, they remain with you in the shadows. There, they remind you of what brought them into being by mimicking your own voice, tricking you into believing that you're unworthy, victimized, or unlovable. They hold you hostage through low self-worth, self-sabotage, and feeling that you're lacking what you need. If goblins pay you a visit, know that they represent the shadow of your own self or someone else's, and that they're leading you into a potentially reactive situation. A goblin's card's appearance is an opportunity for growth, however, and it's that you must love yourself. No human is without flaws. The goblin's message is that you must release resentments and negative self-talk. Within you is the spark of the divine. Ask Spirit to help you heal you. Miracles can and do happen. Let go of the negativity. So whatever is coming in and making you feel negative thoughts, making you lose sleep, making you feel like you are unworthy, that is not the voice to listen to. That is BS. And it may be self-created. Something may have happened that made you think, thank you so much, Jessie, that make you think that this is a truth. It is not. Don't believe it just because it didn't come out there for somebody else. What is this fear? That's what needs to be addressed. What is the goal you're working towards that you think is too big? That's what needs to be addressed. Not these negative self-talk, this goblin, thank you so much, Rory, that is coming in. And Master Roggy, sorry, if you'd like to put in your direct question down below, I can answer that for you. Or if you just want to hang out, we can just keep going. It's up to you. I'll go ahead and pull out some other cards for this reading. Let's do one more oracle, and then we can do some tarot. Let's see what these negative thoughts are about, why we're having some hesitations. We have night blooming water lily. That is very interesting. Where's my booklet? I'll tell you why in a second, or I can just start telling you now. I'm obviously very familiar with this deck. It talks about the night blooming water lily blooming in complete darkness, right? It has to come out of the water. It has to come out of mud. It grows at the bottom of the lake and then eventually comes up. So it's having to fight through all that, and it still blossoms, and it's absolutely beautiful, right? And we sit there and we wonder, wow, look at it floating on top of the water, and we just admire it for how beautiful it is, but it went through a lot to get there. So thank you so much for those hearts. On YouTube, I saw that. But yeah, let's see what the booklet itself says. Love, purity, optimism, eloquence. Water lilies are aquatic plants that grow in a variety of conditions, given that they have a body of still water to reside in. In many cultures, they symbolize purity and love and are popular in wedding bouquets. They anchor their roots in the mud and produce a flower that blooms above the water. These flowers always return every year, even after the waters have dried up in the previous seasons. Perhaps you too have bloomed from the muddiness of life. Oh, thank you so much, everyone who's giving me the hearts. I truly appreciate it. And yeah, coming away, growing up and above the goblins in our life, above the mud, above the water that may have dried up and isn't reliable every season. You can go above that. Again, let's pull some tarot cards. Let's look at why we're feeling that way right now. Why are we feeling like there's some goblins popping up? There's some mucky water we gotta grow out of. Let's see what's going on here. Oof, that's a lot of cards. Let's just do the ones that popped out to me real quick. And then we'll, yeah, we'll do these three before. Let's feeling that one. Let's see, Eight of Wands. Okay, so you may have had an idea that you really liked, something that you wanted to go towards. Yeah, I can read that for you. Let me do these cards I pulled for the collective, and I'll do you next, Master Roggy. We may have had an idea that we were really passionate, that we were going towards, but then it didn't even work out. It may have died really early in what you were trying to create. Doesn't mean it's a bad idea, just means the first version of it didn't work out. But you may have these negative self-talk, this idea that like it can't be possible, it's not going to go forward, blah blah blah. Those are lies. Those are lies. Don't believe them. By the way, if you see me looking at like the wrong area, I don't have just the worst aim. I have two different lives going, depending on if you are on TikTok or YouTube. We also have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You may have felt like this was a huge blow. You maybe thought it was going to really work out in that situation, and so you're feeling like, oh no, this is a sign it's not going to go well. Again, it's not necessarily a sign. It's a sign that that way didn't work. It's not a sign that no way will it work. We have the Sun for you upright, which I absolutely love. This is the happiest card on the deck. It cannot be negative, not even in reverse. I love telling people that because it is true, okay? You're going to receive great happiness when you believe the positive things that we can tell ourselves is that you can always have another chance. You can always try again. You can always be, different, creative in how you approach it. If you care about it, why not give it a second chance? And the Three of Pentacles, there are people who are willing to come in and help you. Teamwork makes the dream work. We just have to find who those people are. Who are our team players? Where are they? What are they doing? Why aren't they here yet? Let's reach out to them and see where they are and what we can do. So Master Ragi was asking about what the universe is telling him. What message do we want to look at right now? Let's see. Ooh, well, there's a card. Nine of Wands in reverse is the first card that I got. Let's see what else we can get. Oh, some of these cards are not in here correctly. One moment. Let's make sure if the cards flip in the deck that they actually flipped in the deck and not that I just put them back wrong. There you go. So we have Nine of Wands in reverse. Let's get some more cards out here. We have the Devil upright, okay. King of Cups in reverse. I'm feeling like we're gonna have to pull another card after this, but let's do these three cards. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse. I'm feeling like there's some big thing that you recently gone through. That's probably why you're asking what the universe's message is, that is still lingering on and you're kind of like done. Like, I've been through enough of this chapter. I'd like for it to be over. I feel that. I totally understand. And we have the Devil. So the Devil is talking about someone coming in. It can be a person, it can be a habit, it can be a substance. Something is in your life that does not need to be there. You probably know exactly what it is. And we're having a hard time letting that thing go because there's something about it that keeps attracting you to it. Again, it can be a person, but it can be a situation. It can be something that's like partially working, so you're like, well, I got it like at 40%. How do I get it to like 70%? Like, how do I move that forward? And with the King of Cups, I'm saying that, like, as you asked, you may be having trouble kind of figuring out your feelings on it. If you were iffy about it and you've been iffy for a while and it's been giving you a lot of grief, I would trust your gut feeling that it is not what you want to go towards. You disconnecting from it, even though it's giving you 40% of what you want, may be exactly the right move. We have Owl and we have Fireflies. I can tell you right now, because I just read this card recently, that this is about wisdom. Fireflies, I believe, talk about illuminating things even in the light. So let me just go ahead and pull that up so I can give you a full reading on that and answer your question. Ancient wisdom, intuition, observation, guidance. The owl sits within the tree. It shapes vision, allows it to spot the smallest creatures hiding in the grass and brush. Associated with the goddess Athena, the owl is able to see what's hidden, including deceit. The bare branches in the card is represented clarity. Nothing can hide from the owl. If you are going through confusing times and tough decisions, pull back and simply observe what's around you. Someone who's really close to you is full of it. Someone who's really close to you, who you think is help, is not helping. And that's why when they try to help you out, things go in an odd way, because they're not being fully honest about something. And it may not be something that you can easily see, but the owl and the insight and the ancient wisdom, if your gut is telling you that something's off, something is. Someone's not being fully honest. Too much, yeah, I don't, someone is untrustworthy in who's close to you. And I specifically am getting that, is that they present themselves as trying to help you, and it may even seem like what they're telling you is helpful, and then it doesn't follow through. There's something in there that they're not being honest about. Inspiration, nostalgia, illumination, and brevity. While fireflies aren't a thing where I grew up, I always associated them with nostalgia. That's how it's written in here. It says I sometimes, and it's not my opinion. Okay, you're Ross. Okay. I always associated them with nostalgia, childhood memories, and carefree summer evenings. The fireflies' symbolism, understandably so, revolves around illumination and inspiration, and explores the concept of light coming from within. This card may resonate with you if you are the creative type. However, fireflies typically live short lives, merely a few weeks, which reminds us to never take a day for granted. See where you can see how you can move away from this person, or you can illuminate how exactly they're causing blockages. If it's, I mean, you may know who it is, but not how. I would try to figure out if you don't want to like leave that job, or it's not really like feasible to like get away from that person, figure out how they're creating these stoppages so that you can avoid the stoppages or do workarounds. Because there's something about what they're doing that clearly is not obviously seen, but they are not being the help that they are saying that they are. So just keep that in mind and be careful. We're just gonna have to be creative, because like the facts are, it's like if you know that they're the ones who are putting the stoppages in, just being aware of it isn't what's gonna change, right? Like we have to figure out a way to either stop it or move somewhere else, whether it's a different team or a different job. Doing that in silence so they can't mess that up either. I just get so much bad juju from this person and reading those cards. I can tell you right now, being around them longer is not gonna help you. Being around them longer and not having a way to defend yourself is not gonna help you. So I would be very careful about what you can and can't do around them, and being strategic. Yeah, so that is my advice on that. I wish you the best of luck and get that boss away from you as much as you can. Okay, if there was anybody else who wants an individual reading, the donut, the strawberry parfait, or the butterfly metamorphosis, that's my goal with this reading, is to get one of those. I'll do a more in-depth reading for you if you pick that one, of course, Master Raji. And if you don't, I have more cards that we can do an oracle reading for everybody else if you're just like enjoying the vibes on TikTok or YouTube. Number 30, making a choice, okay? Making a choice. So if 30, the number 3 are important numbers for you, that may be a sign that this is particularly important for yourself. Let's see. I'm gonna go through here. La, la, la. Okay, making a choice. You're required to come to a decision now. I'm not requiring it, but Spirit says you need to. You're faced with a dilemma or a fork in the road and must make a conscious choice regarding the next right action. Whatever that choice is, you must take responsibility for it, yet you needn't be afraid. You may not have all the answers right now, because the way ahead can't be known until you're embarked and traveled a few steps. Trust your intuition, ask for a sign from Spirit, and you will be led to the right path. If you remain conscious and aware, your choice will be the right one at this time. Life is always about learning. Success lies in choosing consciously, guided by intuition and spirit. Okay, so we always want to know what's going to happen when we make a certain choice. We basically can never know. The only way to know is to move forward. Let's get another card to talk about what we're making a choice on, what specific choices are we talking about at this time. You can get an individual reading by gifting the donut or the strawberry parfait gift if you want just a couple of cards. And then if you would like an in-depth reading, I would do the butterfly. It's called Metamorphosis in the list of gifts. If you are on YouTube and you would like an individual reading, I'm not monetized over there right now, so feel free to travel over to TikTok. Or, you know, the faster I get monetized on YouTube, the faster I can do individual readings over there. We have the Weeping Willow, okay? The Weeping Willow. Let me go ahead and look and see what that is about. Sorry, this booklet is not in alphabetical order and they're not numbered. Like, I love it to death for the meanings, but I'm like, why couldn't you put numbers or put it in alphabetical order? Help me. Sorrow, grief, flexibility. The willow tree was considered a symbol of grief and mourning in the 16th and 17th century in Europe. Chinese folklore associates them with ghosts due to their shape, and it is considered unlucky to have one in your yard. Oh, that's a shame. I like the way they look. It is also a flexible tree, able to bend very far without snapping. This teaches us to bend with the universe and with what life throws at you rather than fighting. Okay, so we may be avoiding a specific choice. We may be avoiding something and trying to do workarounds and things to make us not have to make that choice, especially since this making a choice card said that like spirit was requiring you to make a decision. So we may have been hemming and hawing for a little bit. But we need not, like, you can feel like upset that you need to make the choice. That doesn't change the fact that shouldn't be a distraction from just making whatever that choice is. It's imperative. It's important for you to like move out of a certain situation or start dealing with a certain person by making whatever decision is necessary. And there may be grief in ending a relationship, ending a situation, moving away from a certain person, but that does not automatically make it wrong. Okay, you can still may still need to make that decision. Let's see. I do have some time left to do like maybe one or two individual readings. So if you are on TikTok, this is your time, because I will be doing this and then I will be leaving for a little bit for some stuff that I need to do back in the real world. But if you are on here and you prefer YouTube, just know I'm not monetized over there. So if you would like to follow me and subscribe over there, it'd be greatly appreciated. And then I can do individual readings on either platform. The Empress in reverse, the Knight of Swords in reverse, and the Eight of Wands also in reverse. We haven't been being proactive, or we've been being proactive when we may need to sit and think. So some of you may be, some of you may be thinking that you have been trying to make a choice, making the right choice, but you haven't sat with the decision or like what would be the best for you. So you maybe have been bouncing around to a bunch of different decisions. Sometimes the best answers come to us, so it may be best to just take a moment and really think about what you want to do. For individual readings, I'm looking for the donut or the strawberry parfait for a couple of cards. So if you would still like an individual reading, if you can like do a gift that kind of makes up the difference, that'd be really appreciated. The Empress, yeah, in reverse. So if you've been proactive, maybe this is the time to like let an answer come to you, or if you truly don't know what the best decision can be, taking a moment, sitting, meditating, listening to lo-fi music, and taking intentional space to make that decision and really think about it may be best for you. Knight of Swords in reverse. There may be some facts or information that like you don't know or you don't want to see. Again, sitting with yourself and doing some sort of like intentional clearing of the mind, the energy may help bring in that for you. So just taking a moment to intentionally give yourself space to specifically decide on what this decision is that you need to, and whether or not you need to leave a person, place, or an idea go, or if the way you're doing it is the issue and you need to change something about that and how you would do that. You also have the Eight of Wands in reverse. I feel like this is going to be a slow situation. So if you're worried about speed or doing something quickly, it's probably not going to move quickly no matter what. It's something that may just need small incremental change or slow change. So don't be too upset if like things are going too slow. That may not be an issue at all. It just may not be what you would prefer. So just keep that in mind. We're going to go to another message for us. This will probably be the last message I do right now for the collective. I will be back later. In case anyone is interested in a individual reading, this is the time. A donut, a strawberry parfait, or the metamorphosis if you want a longer reading. We do have a lot of butterfly wings today and other stuff as well. So we have 21 Field of Dreams. 21 Field of Dreams is going to be the next card I read for, and I need the booklet for that. Your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are always engaging the vast field of pure potential, you guys. This is the perfect time to harness the field of vast potential not yet realized in your life. Great abundance is yours if you're willing to do the work alongside the gentle gardener. Be clear about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Concentrate on your best life regardless of the temporary outer conditions imposed upon you by the greater world, which has its own story to tell. You have a basket full of seeds that are quite powerful for your talent. Are divinely inspired and will indeed lead to a great harvest to be shared with others. You will reap what you have sown. Dream big, dream beautiful, take action, and tend to the garden of your life, and experience the extraordinary. Good things are coming into you, and this may be a situation where you need to embrace some sort of partnership. Now, it may just be a partnership with spirit, a higher power, however you acknowledge that. Or and maybe other people who have been willing to help you have put out a helping hand, but you were like, no, I know what I'm doing, I'm going to do it myself. Maybe you do, but you still don't need to do it yourself. There can be other people to help you. And with this gardener metaphor they put in here where you have the seeds, I think you have an idea, you have a project, and there may be a mentor type person, some sort of benefactor coming in to help you with that. And they may have already made themselves a note. So if there's someone who's like offering to help, keep that in mind. They may be very beneficial to you, and you may just have kind of closed yourself off to that. There is no reason to. They may actually truly be very, very helpful to you. Yeah, wow. I have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, and I have the Empress again. I'm feeling like you've been blocking this off. Somehow good things coming to you. With the Empress card, being in our divine feminine energy, letting good things happen to us. 9 of Pentacles is about luxury. It's about things coming in for us, being taken care of because we already put the work in. We already did all of that, but it's in reverse. So I feel like we're blocking it by looking in the wrong areas or trying to be too independent. Sit and see what opportunities come towards you, who comes towards you. And I'm feeling that if you're still here, there's someone who wants to help. Magician. There's someone who has all of the things you need to move forward, okay? The Magician has all 4 elements, and they're willing to come in and help you. Individual readings for the donut, the strawberry parfait, or the metamorphosis if you want like a more detailed reading. The Magician, this person is, it's going to be obvious to you. Yeah, it's going to be obvious to you that this person has what's needed to move forward and they're willing to help. You just have to let them in. And you can be in charge of like how they come in. That doesn't mean that they come in and they decide all the things for you and they do whatever. It just means that you allow them to influence you in some way, and you make it clear that like you're willing to listen to what they have to say. You can do both of those things. They're a mentor, not a boss. So they just want to give their 2 cents, and they can very much help you. 8 of Swords in reverse. You are not trapped. If you feel like, thank you, Caitlin. Go ahead and put your question down below. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much for being part of the Exalted. Sorry, I could get back to your question. Oh, okay, you don't have it there yet. Just let me know. The 8 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so you're not trapped. If you've been feeling trapped because you haven't been able to move forward and you're like, nothing works, all the more reason to go back to that person. It may feel awkward going back to this person, but remember that they offered to help you. So this is like a good thing for them. They might be a little smug, but at the end of the day, they want to help you. They want to be there for you. And that's what's most important if you really care about this project and what you have going forward. General love reading, of course. Let's go ahead. I'll go ahead and get an oracle card for you too, because you did join and give a donut, so I appreciate you for giving 2 gifts. Let me go ahead and pull an oracle card for you. If one wants to come out, general love for Caitlin. came out? Hyena. Interesting. So hyena was the oracle card. Let me go ahead and grab a couple of these tarot cards, and then I will put the message all together for you. Eight of Pentacles again. We have a lot of people who've been working hard towards something. I don't know if maybe we're done with the apps. Aren't we all? Let's see. I'm trying to meet someone for a while. We have 10 of Wands in reverse. I don't know if there's someone in the background who you're kind of like on again, off again with, or you keep talking to, or is like your best friend. I would kind of like move that person out of the way. They may be blocking your blessings. Not by like nefarious means, but just because, you know, they're there. And so that can, sometimes that can just them being there can kind of mess up your vibes. One second, I'm gonna look at this hyena that I can tell you right now has some independent woman, don't need no man vibes. Give me 1 second. Sorry, it's not in alphabetical number and it's not numbered. There we go. Family, matriarch, home. While hyenas have a bad reputation in pop culture and literature, this card focuses on the social groups of these interesting beasts. Hyenas live in large groups consisting of up to 80 individuals, and families are fairly tight-knit, with cubs even able to identify relatives as far as their great aunt. Their societies are matriarchal, with females being of higher rank than males. Convene with your home, be it your family, group of close friends, or they are the ones who will always have your back. Awesome, there you go. So basically this is saying that like it's identifying you, and it's also saying that maybe if you are thinking about like who the next person will be, especially if this is a situation where like emotionally we've kind of been separated already for a little bit, going back to basics and going through your networks, especially if you have a large family, a large social group, may be the best move for you. These people already know you and they may know options for you. Spirit is really encouraging that. We have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like you've been working very hard on something. I'm feeling this may just be directly towards like the family and keeping that unit and having a traditional unit. That may be something that is thank you so much, it is very important to you, and you feel like it's kind of broken down. As long as you're still putting work into it, it is not broken down. This is just like a hiccup, right? Like 5 years from now, the only reason that this will be relevant is because it was something that happened to you in your life, not because things, you know, went away. Like you're still putting the effort into it, you're still putting the work into it. I'm also seeing with the Tower in reverse. So the Tower upright is a pretty scary card. In reverse, it is talking about interchange. So a lot of interchange of who we are and everything. You may present to people a lot differently. I'm kind of getting with this card too. You may even want to take a break a little bit in between this person and that person, not because like you need a break, but because people need to relearn who you are. You are a different person now. You've been through some stuff. You're reconstructing your life. You may present differently. Maybe you don't want to talk to Josh that they know who's maybe very nice, but like can't meet you at your level. And I don't mean that in a disrespect to imaginary Josh. I just mean that like you are a different person now. So like what your needs are and what meeting you at your level means is different because you're different. So just keep that in mind, but people may need to like re-know you after you've gone through some things. And then we have the 10 of Wands in reverse. As things, don't forget to, as time goes on, to start putting your burden down, okay? So the 10 of Wands under traditional tarot and upright has this person who's like carrying 10 wands, large sticks on their back, and it's like a burden. They need to put it down. It's too heavy. This is about like not doing that. We need it like as things go on, as you're done with things, remember to like unload yourself, unburden yourself from the things that have happened, even if there's small things that happen along the way that you think are less important, just so they don't pile up and you're not carrying around a giant bag of sticks where you don't need to in your further relationships. I'm so glad that it resonated for you, and I wish you the best of luck in everything that you are doing. So we are at about what is that? Oh, okay. Sorry, I just got a notification on my phone. I should turn them off when I'm doing this. So we are more or less at 30 minutes. Oh, of course, you're welcome. We're more or less at 30 minutes, so I'm gonna go because I have things I should be doing back outside in the real world away from tarot. But if you liked these, I do have, of course, my page here. I also have my YouTube videos with pick a card readings if you like a longer reading but don't want to have to try to catch me on live. And the more subscribers I have over there, the faster I can get monetized, so you can see me in whatever platform you prefer. And I will see you next time, either way, in the Empress's Court. Bye!